Welcome to the second episode of the Bruno and Big Mouth podcast.
I'm Bruno.
And I have a big mouth. And you're listening to our podcast. How have you been doing, Bruno?
I've been okay.
Yeah?
We haven't met in a while.
Yeah, why is that?
That's because I got sick with something that rhymes with brovid my spleen.
Cancer.
Cancer. Yeah, that equals cancer.
It was skin cancer.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had to not meet for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, he tried to cough on me a couple times, but I put up my shield, so I was safe.
Yeah. I know we said this was going to be a weekly podcast during the first episode, and we're going to try and make it weekly from this point on. But, there was just a huge gap for obvious reasons.
Yeah. I mean, I was actually planning on getting COVID this week so I could take another long break.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
You just want to get as far away from me as possible.
Yeah, I wanted... You signed me up to this bullshit contract. You're taking 90% of my income. And
I think we agreed on 95.
I'm sorry, sir. Don't fire me. I really need this job.
I need that 5%.
I need that 5%, dog. Like, please. But anyway, our brains are melted and our throats are lubricated with a nice, warm citrus honey tea.
Yeah, before we recorded, we decided to watch Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, so this is the special Sonic episode. We know you've all been waiting for it and asking for it, and here it is.
Yeah, here it is. We were laughing and just making fun of this movie so hard that we had to go to Starbucks and get some hot tea so we could record this podcast.
It's a little like mental palate cleanser.
Mm-hmm.
It's like going outside is the ginger of the mind when you're watching Sonic.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But, so, what did you think of this wonderful art film?
Well, it is art.
Technically.
On a technicality. I mean, animators probably wanted to kill themselves making it, so I'm proud of them.
In a very literal sense, this movie is art.
Yeah.
But by definition, it is art.
Yeah, it is something abstract that was created.
Yeah.
I think that's what art is, right?
Yeah, a product was made.
Yeah, definitely. Not a good movie. That's my that's my review. Not very good, I'd say.
No, even when they took all that time to abuse their animators by making them redesign Sonic.
Yeah, they abused all these animators, and they only made a 2 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I would give it, honestly. It's just... the experience of it is just so meh to me that I don't even know what to think.
Well,
honestly,
I have a lot of questions. Perhaps the biggest one being, you learn in the beginning.
Wait, let's do spoilers.
Yeah. Spoiler alerts for Sonic the Hedgehog.
If it's a movie that you can even spoil.
I mean, me telling you won't give you the experience that I had watching Sonic the Hedgehog as a grown adult. So you learn at the beginning of the movie that Sonic, who is a hedgehog, his mother is a giant owl. And, the thought that crosses my mind is that when you're giving birth to a Sonic-like creature, right, does he come out of an egg, or is it a live birth setting? Because his mom is an owl. I feel like there's only biology for egg, but I just don't see hedgehogs being born that way.
Yeah, I think they were clearly not... It's as if people who had a really basic understanding of what Sonic is, or just maybe had never played Sonic, or like maybe the production of this movie was their introduction to Sonic, like made this movie.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
how the fuck, how the fuck are we supposed to believe that Sonic was born out of a fucking owl?
Yeah. Everyone knows Sonic doesn't have parents. He just exists.
Yeah, and when they go to they start the movie out with Sonic as a baby running around Sonic Land. I don't know what to call it.
The zone.
Oh yeah.
The Green Hill Zone.
Yeah, and he's the only hedgehog there. There's no Tails or Knuckles or Amy.
Well, I'm gonna have to stop you on the technicality there. Knuckles is an echidna. It's a unique creature to the Sonic universe. I am actually quite proficient on Sonic lore. If you have any questions.
Wait, are you serious?
I mean, I've played a lot of it. I mean, that was mainly a joke. I do know a decent amount of that Sonic thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember the Sonic game where Sonic was a werewolf?
Oh yeah, Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah, I played that. That was a fun game.
Yeah, when you were angry Sonic.
Yeah.
There was no angry Sonic in this movie.
No, it's just a lot of bullshit. And
Yeah.
he's the only hedgehog there, and his mom's a fucking owl. And there's these indigenous,
like, tribal creatures
Yeah.
that come and chase them out of the town.
They look like Marvin the Martian if they had like Native American masks and makeup.
Yeah, it's just insane. And they don't really explain why these people are, attacking this beautiful hedgehog and his owl mother.
Because he was going fast.
Oh yeah, they didn't
He went too fast.
They didn't like how fast he was going. Because there's a speed limit in the Green Hill Zone, and Sonic never respects it. So, he's actually a major criminal that needs to be stopped.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't want to get detained, just obey the law.
Yeah. Oh, another thing about this movie is Sonic seemingly knows everything about humans, but nothing at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he will make a Keanu Reeves reference and then reference how The Rock is running for president. And then he'll be like, what's a phone booth?
Or like, does this lady have no bones? Or like, what does he say about...
Yeah, and one of the characters is doing yoga and he's being a creep and watching her from the bushes. And he's like, some humans seem to have no bones. It's like, Sonic, you clearly know a lot about humans. You know they all have bones.
Yeah, he's able to reference various pop culture things about humans throughout the movie, but like some of the most basic things he doesn't know. It's similar to like, do you remember how in the Ghostbusters remake where Chris Hemsworth hears a loud sound and then he puts his hands over his eyes?
Well, everyone knows you hear through your eyes.
Yeah, like if there's a loud sound, you're gonna react by covering your ears. That's what, like, like there's just shit like that where you would need the most basic understanding of human physiology to know these things.
Even make the reference.
And then he's just like, I know every Keanu Reeves movie though.
Yeah.
Like, and then he knows how baseball is played. Because when
he also plays 4 positions at once and tags himself out of the game, where you can see 2 Sonics at once.
Yeah, there's a shot where there's like 2 Sonics, but like he clearly understands a lot of the rules of baseball. Like he has like a whole scrimmage.
Yeah, with himself.
With himself, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm so lonely."
So then he nukes the entire Pacific Northwest of America. Because he's really sad and needs to run in a circle really fast.
Yeah, that was so nonsensical. Like how was that the reason for wanting to run fast?
I'm sad that I have no one to play baseball. It wasn't even playing baseball with people. It was having people cheer after he made a play in baseball.
Yeah.
So he only cares about recognition, really. Sonic is a bit of a narcissist.
Yeah, he's an egomaniac.
Yeah.
Sonic is.
Also, most of the humans in this movie, in this
franchise,
my brain is melted. Sonic has destroyed me. I'm a crippled man.
Too much Sonic.
I'm all Sonic'd out.
I think it's safe to say one Sonic film is way too much Sonic.
Yeah, I mean, there might be another, 2022.
There will. It's greenlit.
There's gonna be another one. But the humans in these movies. I did it again. The humans in this movie. They keep on mistaking Sonic for a child.
Oh
When
yeah,
has blue fur
yeah.
and doesn't appear to look like a child.
Yeah, when they're on the run and he needs to, he sees like a biker gang and he's like, "Oh, I need to check that out." When he's like on the lam and Robotnik is chasing him
Yeah,
around and he obviously
he is
is.
being hunted. Yeah,
And on the other hand, separate from that, he's Sonic,
yeah.
so he thinks that it'll be accepted for him to just go into a populated area.
I mean, it is okay. No one questions it. No one even
Yeah,
notices him.
yeah, people just walk up to him and talk to him as if he's a normal.
Child.
Yeah, like the waitress is like, "There's no children allowed in here," and it's like, he's Sonic.
Yeah. By the way, the excuse Sonic's sidekick gave for that is, no, of course, he's not a child. This is a 46-year-old man that loves to come into
Yeah,
bars and
like he has a skin condition. I think
yeah,
he said.
that
Like,
makes him blue and have quills
yeah,
and run
it's a bad excuse.
and run really fast.
Yeah, it's not a good excuse.
Also, this movie canonically puts Sonic's top speed at 300 miles per hour. Just in case anyone wanted to know that.
Oh yeah, when that's at the beginning, I think.
Yeah,
When he's like running past, like that shot from the trailer where he runs past the speedometer, and
yeah.
he's like, "What?" and it says, and it's okay, Tim Allen.
What was that?
Now you sound like Scooby.
Okay.
Anyway, but the speedometer catches Sonic at 300 miles per hour. And it's like, really? Sonic can only run 300 miles per hour?
Yeah, there's scenes in this movie where he runs so fast the entire world around him is slow mo at 300 miles per hour.
Yeah.
At a max speed of 300.
Like trains go faster than that. Like, come on.
Yeah.
That's not like, are you saying that fucking. That's to assume that Quicksilver and the Flash are like.
Well,
fucking. Okay.
hold on.
This movie is breaking my fucking brain.
I'm about
okay?
to change the game here, alright? Sonic's real talent isn't running fast.
Yes, it is.
No, hold on.
He doesn't stop
it's
time.
Creating time dilation to the point where everything around him just moves slow.
Oh, fuck off.
You
That's
see,
not how it is.
I mean, if he's running 300 miles per hour, I see no other way, Travis.
But like, there's no way that Sonic can cap off at 300 miles
No.
per hour. Like, it's at least 1,000 miles per hour to reach his speed.
I feel like you're really not considering my Time Lord theory, and it's really starting to bother me.
No, trust me. There's points in the movie where it literally looks like he's stopping time.
Yeah, Sonic the Time Lord.
But it doesn't look like that all the time. Sometimes it just looks like he's running fast.
Yeah.
And then sometimes he just stops time.
Sonic just chooses to run less fast at some points, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a blatant rip-off of the Quicksilver scenes from the newer X-Men movies.
Yeah, but, not artful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, oh, sorry, this movie is art. Oh, my
Yeah,
bad. I forgot.
technically.
Yeah, this movie, it was artful, but it wasn't artsy.
Yeah.
Because this movie is art. We gotta represent the animators.
Yeah. I don't know. This movie is just taking a toll on me.
I just think they should release the teeth cut.
Yeah. Oh my god. I want to see the original cut so bad.
Yeah, release the teeth cut, you cowards.
With the originally designed Sonic.
I want OG Sonic. I don't want whatever this fucking blue devil is, alright?
Yeah.
I want the real guy. I want the real him.
I don't want the cute one.
Yeah, I don't want the cute one.
Yeah, people should stop paying attention to the Snyder cut for Justice League.
Yeah, and pay attention to the teeth cut.
Yeah.
For Sonic.
He does have teeth in the movie.
Yeah, but they try to hide it as much as possible.
But they're like animated in a way that's cute and not terrifying.
I want the scary Sonic.
Yeah, I want to see that so bad.
Dude, you know what? Speaking of Sonic Unleashed, when are we gonna get the werewolf Sonic movie?
Yeah, I was thinking it would be cool if in the sequel they introduced like maybe Tails and Knuckles and Amy and Shadow.
Do you remember like the big character? His name's Biggs. He's a big
No,
cat.
no, I don't
You
remember
don't know
that.
Biggs? I want
What
them to put Biggs in the movie.
what part of the Sonic canon
No, it's
is
not.
that
Oh, I'm
from?
sorry. His name is Big the Cat, not Biggs. I'm getting
Oh,
confused.
okay.
It's he's from Sonic Heroes.
I never played
He's
that.
friends with Amy. That's
Okay.
that's that's all you're getting from me. I like Biggs the cat.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Well, I'm telling you,
I
it's
think they should make like after Sonic 2, they should make a spin-off Shadow the Hedgehog movie. Because I
where it's
think
like dark and edgy.
yeah, because I think Shadow is like easily my favorite character in Sonic because
Yeah,
he's like an anti-hero.
like the Shadow the Hedgehog video game.
Oh yeah, that game was so awesome.
You're just running fast, but you also have a fucking like AK.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
It seems like Shadow the Hedgehog had interdimensional powers or like for some I don't know, sometimes he had like certain abilities that were like really hard to pin down and sometimes he could just shoot like a shadow ball from his hands.
Time to deliver a shadow ball.
I was thinking more Pokemon
Oh
than
yeah.
Eric Andre.
Well, wait. Are shadow balls a thing? Those are a thing in Pokemon, right?
Yeah, it's a move in Pokemon.
Yeah, yeah. They shoot the ball that's dark.
I think they should add Sonic to the Pokemon universe.
I would agree. I feel like they should add.
Go
I
Sonic!
feel like they should add Alvin and the Chipmunks to the Sonic universe,
Yeah.
where it's
Yeah.
like instead of like the dude screaming Alvin, it's Sonic,
It's Sonic
and he's like
screaming.
Alvin, but it's really fast, so it's like Alvin.
Yeah, in the background of Chipwrecked, there's a tiny blue orb bouncing along the
Oh,
ocean
is that right?
on the edge of the cruise ship. If
Yeah.
you look in the background,
Do you know the specific time it's at?
yeah, it's about 3611,
Yeah. Okay.
and that's Sonic in
That's
the
Sonic.
background of the Alvin and the Chipmunks
That
movie.
that would make sense.
Yeah, so it's canon.
Yeah.
Sonic is canon.
Sonic is Calvin with the monks.
Sonic is Calvin with the cannon.
Sonic is
You've-
Nick Cannon.
This movie has really ruined us.
I'm a broken man. All right. Do you want to move on from Sonic?
From Sonic.
Do you have any more
I don't
Sonic
know.
thoughts?
What can I say? Jim Carrey's performance was really annoying.
Did you say
the
James
movie.
Carrey?
No, I said Jim.
Oh, okay. I heard James Carrey, and I don't know. I really like it.
James Carrey. That's probably his full name.
Yeah, that's like the British counterpart to Jim Carrey. Like,
I'm James Carrey.
I'm James Carrey. I'm really over the top and eccentric.
Yeah.
I don't believe in vaccines. Get that shit out of here.
Get the mercury out of the vaccines. I think Jim Carrey's performance as Dr. Robotnik was pretty parallel to Jared Leto's performance of the Joker in Suicide Squad.
I'm a big fan of method acting myself.
Yeah, I heard that Jim Carrey actually sent like shit and used condoms to the actor who played Sonic.
And he said, "Come meet me at the egg sack," which everyone knows that's what Dr. Robotnik calls his testicles.
No, I liked the part where Sonic called Robotnik Eggman like twice, because I think that's actually how he got his name, was because he used to be Dr. Robotnik in the canon of Sonic, but then Sonic just called him Eggman because Sonic's silly.
But the thing is, he doesn't look like an egg yet, so that makes no sense at this current moment.
Yeah, he looks like an egg at the end of this movie though.
Yeah, but Sonic didn't see him.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, for the sequel, we'll definitely be seeing the Egg Boy.
Yeah.
We'll be seeing James Carrey as Egg Boy.
No, it's sad that I know for a fact I'm gonna see it, but I'm just not looking forward to it.
Well, now we can see it together.
Yeah.
We're the Sonic Bros. Our whole identity now is Sonic. This is a Sonic podcast. Remember our motto, gotta go fast.
That's gonna be our intro now.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
I like the little girl. Like, I don't want to explain the details of this movie or the context of this little girl.
This little girl meets Sonic, and Sonic's instantly her hero because, children are attracted to annoying things.
That's how Sonic got his trademark shoes with the white stripe along the top, is this little girl gives him the shoes for some reason. I don't know.
Just gave her pair of perfectly fine new shoes. I mean, if you're gonna give Sonic some shoes, why would you give him the new pair?
Yeah, if I was that little girl's mom, I would be really upset that she just gave away the fucking shoes.
They did tie her up. We're not going to explain that any further.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about the minute details of this movie.
The Sonic home invasion movie.
Yeah, but anyway, there's a scene where this little girl is like just running around and saying, "Gotta go fast, gotta go fast."
Yeah.
And I think that's just me in my most private moments.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of owe me some money for taking that from my life.
I mean, they do have the disclaimer at the end of every movie that's just like, this is fictional. There's no Sonics existing in the real world.
But I didn't see the disclaimer that no Sonics were harmed during the making of this film.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like, the animal people, the animal association for the helping the animals, they probably would be like, don't do that.
Peter.
Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Lois. I can't do Peter.
Yeah, I can't do him. I can only do one word as Peter Griffin.
What's that?
Perhaps.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's not my best, but I can't do any other Peter.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on.
Anything else you want to say about Sonic?
No, I'm good with Sonic.
Okay.
I'm about to speed my way out of here, out of this conversation.
I gotta go fast on to the next segment.
Yeah, on to the next topic. Our next topic is da-da-da-da-da.
We're gonna talk about some new music. Which would be...
Wait, but did you guys enjoy that tune?
Yeah.
Who wrote that?
Thanks to my friend Jimmy Dunham for making that new metal song for our new music segment.
Jimmy Dunham?
James Dunham.
Jeff Dunham? Any relation?
Oh, he has a lot of racist puppets also, yes.
Your friend Jimmy just also happens to have it. Yeah. No relation to Jeff Dunham. They just both happen to enjoy racist puppets.
I'm a jalapeno on a stick.
Okay, I don't want to get canceled in our second episode. Let's save that for when we're established.
Okay.
And then we can start pulling out our Jeff Dunham impersonations.
Okay, so on to the music segment of our podcast. The first new song we listened to is Business Casual by Tomahawk, which is a pretty well-anticipated release for a lot of people. It's Mike Patton and Trevor Dunn of Mr. Bungle fame, and also members of the Jesus Lizard and Helmet. And I'm speaking as a longtime fan of Tomahawk. I really enjoy all of their records. They seem to have a good variety of stuff going on in all of their albums. And I don't think there's one that I didn't like so far. But with this new song, I feel like this is their first bad song.
Would you say you didn't like it?
No, I didn't like it at all. And I feel like this song was trying to sound like, I don't know if it's possible to sound derivative of yourself.
Yeah.
But it sounds painfully derivative of
It's like a Faith No More cover band or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, and Tomahawk does sound like Faith No More at times, but I feel like during their first couple records, they sort of do a good job adding their own spin on stuff and experimenting within those ideas. But this song, I just don't know how anyone signed off on it.
I don't know. It got through so many people, and everyone's like, yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, and I hate to Okay, I'm gonna start with the positives.
Wait,
Honestly.
can I give my review of it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So this was made by the former members of Mr. Bungle, and I'm just gonna say they really bungled this one up. All right, you can go now.
I just got cancer. Anyway, so I thought the positive things is I thought the first 30 seconds of the song were kind of cool,
You know, when I was listening to it, I thought it was gonna be a good song until like a minute in, and I'm like, oh, this is what you're doing with it.
Yeah, because um there's a pretty cool bass line. I thought the production on the drums were okay. And there's this awesome falsetto done by Mike Patton
Yeah,
during the first section of the song. And I thought that, stuff like that was going to be a bit more present. And, I hate to be talking shit on my man, Mike Patton, because that I'm a huge fan of him
yeah.
in
You'd
general.
probably kiss him with COVID.
Yeah, I probably would. But his vocals, especially during the verses
Oh
on
my
this
god.
thing, are so
I was gonna
cringe.
mention that he sounded like he drank a couple beers with his dad friends and just decided to go out and sing a little song.
Yeah, it sounds like bad freestyle rapping
Yeah,
at some points.
but just
Like,
like with this weird like tone to it, I don't know. It's
yeah,
just like it felt really off.
like this dude has given some of the most impressive vocal performances, like in the entire music industry, in my
Yeah. Well,
opinion.
he has like one of the biggest ranges out of
Yeah,
any singer.
he has a insane range, but I just don't know how someone who's made so much great music could do a take of this song and just listen back to it and think, "Yep, that's good."
Yeah, it's
You
like
know?
it just sounds like this is their first run through of this song they're like working on, and they're like, it's good enough.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We got at least like one or two cool moments in there. The fans will eat that shit up.
Yeah, and um, it seems like it gets worse with each verse. Also,
Yeah.
yeah, there's like, especially I think it's the second or third verse where he says like it's something like fuck. It's just like we all fall down to the crack. Just do the math. Take it down to the love shack. Or something like that. And I was like, oh my god, I was face palming.
You don't want to go down to the Love Shack with my boy Mike Patton?
I would, but not after hearing this song.
Yeah. If you played this song beforehand and then he was like, you want to come down to Love Shack? You'd be like, you know what? You know what, Mike? Not tonight.
Yeah, not tonight.
No, call me back another time.
Yeah, on the instrumental side of things, it's also bland, and the structure was weird.
It's just boring.
Yeah, I thought it was. It got to a point where it started to feel really climactic, and then I thought it was going to end on a high note, but then it went back down.
Back into their drony, just like dad rock riff.
Back into the boring verse instrumental, and back into the freestyle, weird, like Mike Patton vocals, and then it just sort of ended. And it was just, I don't know. I would give this song like a 2 out of 10.
Drop into the crack. Hit a line of smack. Hit me at the Love Shack.
Yeah, what would you give this song?
What's the scale? 5, 10?
Out of 10.
Out of 10? I give this 2.
Yeah, I give
this
it
is
2 as well.
A very strong, probably the strongest 2.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving on.
Song number 2.
So the next song is Weezer.
Yeah.
All my favorite songs
are sad, but that's not part of the title. That's just the lyric.
Yeah. And since we agreed to do this segment and I chose the songs for it, we didn't meet for a long time because of my illness. So a lot of the full-length records for
by
the
singles... By the way, Travis is a survivor. So I just want you all to know that.
Hey,
he
thanks,
is a
buddy.
survivor. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, but since we haven't met for a long time, some of the full-length records actually came out that these singles were a part of, and this record was one of them. And the album by Weezer is called "Okay Human," and um, it sees them going in a very different direction. They sort of lose the electric guitars and make way for some orchestral instrumentation
They
and
got a
some
lot of
piano.
strings.
Yeah. And this song, I feel like, I would like this direction for Weezer.
Yeah,
And
I liked all the music of it. I really love the strings. Thought the vocal melody was like super catchy.
yeah, the
I
chorus is
just
really catchy.
I just found the lyrics unbelievably cringe. I
Yeah.
was just so cringed out that it was hard for me to enjoy all the other parts.
Yeah. I mean, I thought the instrumentation was really good, but
Yeah.
like um maybe the lyrically I feel like it was a bit narrow.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm sad.
it's just like
And that's
I
about
like
as deep as it went.
it's just like I like parties, but I don't go. And I feel sad when I stay home.
I got social anxiety and it feels bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think the verses are the only parts I don't like out of this song,
yeah.
honestly though.
I thought the chorus is really catchy and fun.
Yeah. It
Did you watch the music video for this?
No.
Because I think that may also be contributing to my major cringe factor.
Oh, was the video
It was
bad?
like the most fucking boomer shit I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my
The
god.
whole moral of the story is stop looking at screens. You need to pay attention to real
Oh yeah,
life.
there's a song on OK Human called Screens where
Yeah.
he's just like, people look at their
It's
screens.
like when Muse did drones. It's like, hey, we're all just sheeple. Stop looking at the screens. You're being controlled. It's like,
Oh my
okay,
god.
okay, dude, chill out.
All right, all right. But yeah, I think other than that, I enjoy this song. You
Yeah,
know?
I liked it. I don't have that much to say about it, really. Just,
Yeah,
I
it's
thought the
Weezer.
lyrics were really cringe.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about Weezer as a band in general. I just thought this was like probably the best newer thing that I've heard from Weezer in a very long time.
Yeah,
And I welcome the direction that they're going in. And the chorus left a pretty strong impression on me
yeah.
after the song was
No, their
over.
string section, their use of strings in the song, it's really good.
Yeah. So I would give this song like a like a 6, but it's closer to a 7 than a 5.
I feel like mine's just like a solid 5.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe like closer to a 6.
Yeah.
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 You want to move on to the next song?
Yeah. So the next song is a fun one. Rebecca Black
Yeah,
decided to come back
she's back, baby.
and she made a remix of her song Friday that sort of has a dark history with her because it got her bullied out of school and it sort of
Yeah.
like made people lose a sense of seriousness in her music career. And but she's back and making more mature
Making
music.
hyper pop remixes of her own songs.
Yeah, she made this remix of Friday, which is Dorian Electra, Big Freedia, and 303 are also on this song.
Yep.
And from the minute this thing starts, you can sort of tell it's going to be just ridiculous and fun
Yeah, over the
and
top.
self-aware.
Yeah.
And they have this like
I mean,
chipmunks
they got
filter.
303 on the song.
Yeah.
If they weren't memeing at that point, I don't know what else would say it.
Yeah, the beat goes hard as fuck on this song.
No,
It's
I'm really into
awesome.
this new hyperpop trend. It's so fun.
Yeah, I think it depends on what you do with it.
Yeah.
But I really loved the beat, especially when they go like kicking in the front seat. There's this like boom 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 boom.
Yeah. It really brought me back to like middle school and having that song played on the morning announcements
Oh
every
yeah.
Friday.
Or at lunch on the speakers.
Every Friday.
Oh yeah.
Every single Friday. Like the joke just got better. Unlike most things, this joke was like the opposite of fine wine. You just
Yeah.
got to bring it out every week.
Yeah. If there's anything I would say as a complaint about this song, because I think it's just sort of what it is. You
Yeah.
can take it or leave it.
I don't think there's a lot of depth to it, but I don't think they were trying to make a lot of depth to it.
Yeah, it's just sort of an attempt to um, embrace her past in a way that's new and fun. But my main complaints are, I feel like the features
Oh, I thought,
distract from the song a lot.
yeah, I wish it was just Rebecca.
Yeah.
I didn't like any of the features.
Yeah, they didn't need to give every artist working on the song like an audible
Like their own
feature.
verse and shit, yeah.
Yeah, if anything, I think Dory and Electra had the best one.
Yeah, I would agree.
But
303 had the worst one.
yeah, but Big Freedia and 303 just sounded sort of annoying.
Well,
I liked when their features ended and Rebecca started singing.
Yeah,
again.
303 has no business ever being around music.
Yeah, I like their song "Won't Trust Me"
Oh yeah?
or "Don't Trust Me."
Don't trust me.
'Cause I'm a vegetarian and I ain't fucking scared of him.
Wait, does he say that?
Yeah,
I wonder if he's still a vegetarian.
I mean, I don't know if that lyric was factual or not, but we can look into it and get back to it if you want.
Do you think if he's a vegetarian, he could still eat that pussy?
Do you think we should get to the next song?
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I don't need that question answered, honestly. I just filling up the air with the pussy eating jokes.
Okay, so the body.
The body.
The body.
Jennifer's Body.
Oh, I like that movie.
I didn't see it, but The Body. I really, really, really like this song.
Yeah. If you don't know The Body, they're a modern noise rock screamo project that has a very vast discography of collaborations and just a really wide variety of work. And coincidentally, my friend Jeff wanted me to get into this band really just like a couple weeks ago. And then they decided to drop this new album that I really fucking enjoy. It's one of the most awesome noise rock albums I've ever heard.
It was so unique.
And this is their song. What the fuck is the title?
There's some weird name.
It's Tied Up and Locked In was the main single on the album.
I call that a good Friday night, am I right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's like a classic quarantine scenario.
Yeah. I always tie myself up when I'm afraid the virus is hitting. Everyone knows the virus can't get you if you're completely locked in place.
It's bondage shit. I need my tools.
Insert coronavirus screaming. Yeah.
But anyway, this song.
I've never heard screamo music and noise rock really combined.
Yeah.
So I thought the combination worked very well together, and I'm surprised it hasn't been combined more.
Yeah, I think I've heard the whole record at this point. It came out after I decided to add this single to the list.
Because, as you know, Travis is a survivor, so I couldn't see him for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I think this is probably the song that would define the whole album's sound probably the best. Like, if you... it cuts to the chase pretty quick. Like, there's no bones about what this song is going to be from, like, the first 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah, you're going to know if you like it or hate it within the first 5 seconds.
Yeah. And going back to the vocals, like you were saying, there have been a lot of criticism with just the mixing of the vocals.
Oh, really?
I was just gonna the music.
I was just gonna mention how I thought the mixing was pretty cool.
Not for this album, but in previous works, they've had criticism about just like the vocal styling of the band over the noise rock sections.
Yeah.
But the general consensus for this new music, I believe, is that it's just it's a lot more digestible. I personally feel like the vocals do a really good job of settling in the mix.
Yeah, I think like it's sort of behind the noise. It just feels like a part of it. Like this giant wall of noise is coming, and then just these vocals are a part of this wall.
Yeah, it does a really good job of making the instrumental shine instead of letting the vocals sort of drown everything.
Yeah.
And the industrial sounds on this track are just brutal and relentless
Yeah.
and intense. And I feel like my speakers are going to clip if I
Yeah.
put it on full volume, honestly.
Yeah, I was really afraid that I was gonna break like my phone speakers
Yeah.
listening to this song.
And the sonically, there's not really
Sonic.
Sonic. Fuck, we can never get away from it. Anyway, I'm not gonna say that anymore. But I feel like this, with the instrumental, there's not a lot going on.
No.
Honestly, it's just sort of one source for a lot of what the song is,
Yeah,
and
it's just like a single white noise machine.
yeah, and it's just incredibly loud and intense.
Yeah. Just like in your face. It's just aggressive.
Yeah,
It
it's
really
like
wants you to know it's right there.
yeah, but also at the same time, it feels like there's some room in the track to breathe.
Yeah.
If you could say that
I
about a
don't know.
noise rock song.
I feel like a lot of the times that's what noise rock is trying to achieve.
Yeah.
It's like throwing so much noise out there, then you can feel like the quiet parts.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Faux show.
It sounds weird to say that. Maybe I just have rot brain from Sonic, but or is it brain rot? Brain rot from Sonic.
So, what's the general consensus for this song?
Yeah, this song's getting a coveted 9 out of 10. That's a 9 out of 10 track right there. Really good song.
Yeah, I would also give it a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really sick track.
Yeah, I really want to listen to the full album because that
Oh,
song like blew me away.
bro, I would highly recommend it.
Yeah.
I've heard the whole thing like twice now. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is our last song the new music.
This is our last new music.
Yeah. And okay, I'm going to be a stickler for this one because technically this song dropped in 2016 on YouTube and SoundCloud.
Yeah.
But it got released in 2021 on iTunes and all streaming platforms. So technically it's a 2021 release. So we're going to talk about it. It's Death Grips.
So what you're saying is we're cheating.
Yeah, we're cheating. But
okay.
I want to talk about Death Grips really bad.
Yeah, I love Death Grips. And hold on, not just Death Grips, and Les Claypool.
Oh yeah.
Of Primus fame.
This is Death Grips, Les Claypool, More Than the Fairy. You know him, you love him. MC Ride, Zach Hill, Flatlander, Les Claypool. And this is just a fucking banging track.
It's just, what do you expect from Death Grips? Honestly,
yeah, like this song is probably like my favorite Death Grips song.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's mine, but I wouldn't argue with you. Yeah. I understand your position.
Yeah, it has like everything that makes a great Death Grips song.
Yeah, it was just like a classic banger. A classic Death Grips banger.
Yeah, I really like how Les Claypool's bass tone sort of sounds like one of the synths or samples that Flatlander would use in the instrumental, so it doesn't really seem out of place at all.
It makes so much sense why they'd collaborate.
Yeah.
Like, all the bass tones that Les Claypool uses would work perfectly in like a Death Grips song.
Yeah, in a way his bass tone sounds like a retro, like, I don't know, almost like a video game soundtrack.
Yeah.
It sounds really cool.
Sounds fucked up. It's gross, but I love it.
And just having him and Zach Hill as a rhythm section on a song
insane.
Is an absolute dream come true.
You have the two most like manic ADHD instrumentalists just going crazy.
Yeah, apparently Les Claypool has been friends with Zach Hill since the early Hella days.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, like in the early 2000s?
Yeah, which is probably why they, would want to make this song together.
Yeah.
But other than, the man, Les Claypool, I feel like this song as a whole would, even if they didn't have Les Claypool and they just replaced it with another sample or something, I feel like it would still be a banging song.
Yeah, it would still be amazing. He doesn't make the song. It's definitely still a Death Grip song through and through.
Yeah, it's just an awesome song. I feel like this song would fit really well on an album like Bottomless Pit.
Yeah, like an
Something.
earlier Death Grips album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this song came out in 2016, so that's
around Bottomless Pit. So.
Yeah, so that's probably why I'm making that connection, is because they were made during the same year.
Yeah.
But I feel like MC Ride's vocals are also very versatile on this song.
Yeah, he does like a lot of shit that you don't hear him usually doing.
Yeah, like there's that one part where he has a chipmunk filter on his voice.
We need Alvin and the MC Rides.
That should be our band name.
That's a good name. We're Alvin and the MC Rides.
And there's that other part, like during some sort of refrain, where you can hear MC Ride's vocals in the background doing almost like a chanting monk type thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh.
It doesn't even sound like MC Ride.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a monk sample.
Yeah, and there's a lot of reverb on his voice, so it sounds extra ambient. And then immediately it just goes into the most dance-worthy double time
industrial shit.
Yeah, that I've ever heard Death Grips do.
Yeah. There's not a lot of Death Grip songs I'd want to dance to.
Yeah.
It's more just like being assaulted by the noise.
Yeah, actually, no, I would dance to the Money Store.
I would, yeah, the Money Store's got a lot of danceable tunes.
I do dance to the Money Store. I seen footage. I stay nude. I seen footage.
Fun fact, he's actually saying, I've seen fudge there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He goes, I've seen fudge.
I've seen fudge.
Yeah, because, he's a fudge packer. Like Tom Cruise. That's a South Park reference.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So, what rating would you give More Than the Fairy?
I think I'm going to give this one a 9 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say a 9, but I feel like I want to give it a 10 just because of the inclusion of Les Claypool. It's just
it just pushes it over the top.
Yeah, it's just so awesome that I think I need to give it a 10.
Yeah.
And since I've been listening to this song for this, it's like I never really get tired of it.
Yeah.
Like I had it on repeat over 15 times once, and that's I never got tired of it.
You're just grooving.
Yeah, so I think that warrants a 10 from me.
Yeah. No, I feel like 15 times in a row still being good.
Yeah.
They're probably a 10 worthy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Don't you know? Oh yeah. He's in the wood chipper. Oh yeah.
So, did you want to get into our main album discussion?
Yes. So Travis recommended to me to listen to the self-titled album by Daughters.
Yeah, and if you want to listen to the self-titled Daughters album and be a part of the discussion with us, you can go ahead and pause the video and go listen to it. It's about the length of a South Park episode.
It's 27 minutes, so it's really easy to get through.
Yeah, it's really not that bad if you want to talk about it with us.
You know what? If you want to wait till you're having a stressful day at work and you get off your job and you just need a good song, to drive home to as you're sitting in traffic, you should put on some Daughters.
I disagree. If I was in any kind of traffic or in a bad mood, I would not want to listen to this album.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I did that, and it made me feel good.
Oh, okay.
So, I feel like I have the evidence here and the data, and I got the facts.
Yeah, everyone's different. Like, I've talked to people who could listen to nothing but screamo music for the rest of their lives and be okay.
Yeah.
And I love that kind of music, but it's not like I'm not going to be in moods where I want to listen to something just calming,
That used to be me, but now if I want to listen to screamo in the morning, I'm going to want to, blow my brains out.
Yeah.
That's going to be way too much for me.
Yeah, I was listening to The Body to wake myself up this morning.
That's a good wake up. That's a good alarm song.
Oh, yeah.
If you need a good alarm song, we're going to move back just a second and put on That Body tune. And it'll wake you right up.
But anyway, with this album, Daughters.
by
Daughters. I think I do recall you saying that you won't get what you You Won't Get What You Want is your favorite Daughters album. And
Yes.
um, my favorite Daughters era is their first two records,
Hmm.
which are Canada Songs and Hell Songs,
Yeah.
which are very fast, spastic metalcore. In which the first album he uses screaming vocals primarily,
Oh
and
wow, I
then
didn't know that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the second album he ditches the screaming, and that's the first time that he uses the trademark vocal style where it's sort of like singing but also spoken word.
Oh, hey, hell is opening up. Yeah, like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I don't know if he's a singer really anymore.
yeah.
He's more just like an enthusiastic speaker, but I enjoy it.
He's a good frontman.
Yeah,
But
he is a great frontman.
the reason I picked this one is because I feel like this album is when they started to sort of drift away from the metalcore style and go towards more of a more mid-tempo noise
Yeah.
rock type of direction.
No, this definitely felt like a sister album to
Yeah,
what you won't get. What's it called?
You Won't Get What You Want.
Yeah, I can't ever remember the name. I just really like the album cover, and that's how I remember
Yeah,
it.
surprisingly, a lot of people do not know the name of that album.
I know it starts with you won't, and I'm lost after that point.
Yeah, but this album, I feel like lately when I think of Daughters, this album is what I think of.
Yeah.
Because one thing that okay, You Won't Get What You Want is not my favorite album by them,
Hmm.
but also one thing I'll say is that all of their albums are sort of going for a different thing,
Yeah.
and I don't think they do any of those things poorly.
No, it never feels like they're failing in any regard as to what they're
Yeah,
trying to achieve.
so I can't really argue with anyone who says any specific album is their favorite album. You
Yeah.
know?
Because they're always trying to switch it up a little bit, be a little bit different each album.
Yeah, they're always trying to do something new.
Yeah.
And with this album, I feel like it's the perfect mix of their old style and their new style.
Yeah. No, this album definitely had a lot of manic energy that the later one did not have.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated that. Not to say like it's necessarily bad that the later album didn't have that, because I think it was trying to achieve a lot of that open space, drony, just like I'm having a psychotic break kind of music.
Yeah, the newer one seems like a lot more fleshed out and focused on starting slow and building up to
Yeah,
a really intense
it's more
point.
about creating like tension rather than just blasting you.
Yeah, but this album very much comes in very loud
It,
right
it
away.
comes in at 100, and then it's like, you know what? We're going to 120.
Yeah.
By the way, you didn't know you could even get here, but we're just gonna do some insane shit that we shouldn't even be allowed to do. It's
Yeah.
just gross what they do on this album. They write riffs that hurt me in a positive way. It's just no one should be allowed to get away with the things they're writing.
Yeah, there's one part on the Last Supper in
Oh,
particular.
the First Supper.
No, it's the Last Supper, isn't it?
I thought no, it's the First Supper because they're doing a play on words of the Last Supper. I know because it's my favorite song on the album, and if I'm wrong here, I'm gonna look like a complete fool.
Yeah, well, that's also one of my favorite. Oh, it is the First Supper.
Yeah,
You're right.
look, I'm the real fan.
But there's one part in the First Supper that absolutely hurts my soul. Is
Yeah.
when they switch to like a three feel with the time signature.
Oh, like the 3/4 to 5/4 kind of feel,
Yeah.
where it's
And
just
it's
kind of
like,
like 4/4. Yeah. No, that part blew me away when I first heard it. I was like, wait they're doing this weird 3/4 5/4, but it feels like 4/4 because they're doing them together. They're gross,
Yeah.
disgusting people.
Probably the most notable thing about this album for me is the intense, massive guitar tone
Oh
on this
yeah,
album. It's probably the biggest sound that Daughters has ever achieved on an album.
dude, they had so many crazy guitar tones this album.
Yeah, it's
Like it sounded
had,
like a synth at points, but I knew it was guitar. It was insane.
yeah, they had like it sounded like they had multiple layers of guitar playing a deep riff, and then they do a lot of that. I don't know, that Daughters unique style of guitar where to me it sounds like squeegeeing a window.
Oh yeah, no, that I like that analogy.
Yeah, so they have the deep bass and the deep guitar tone and the squeegee
Just
guitar.
like that wall of sound. Yeah,
And yeah, that's the perfect way to describe it, as a wall of sound.
yeah. It's just it's like bombarding you with noise.
Yeah, it's absolutely intense.
Yeah,
There's a really awesome part during the song "The Theater Goer," which they only repeat once, but it's just like a 30-second section with double bass.
yeah. I remember. God, there's so many crazy moments, and this album's so short too.
Yeah,
Like 27 moments, and there's like no dead space. Like everything, every note you hear should be there.
yeah,
It's just great.
it's really awesome. Um, did you have a favorite track?
Oh, First Supper.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, that track was badass.
Yeah, I feel like one of my um, Our Queens, One is Many, Many Are One, is
Yeah,
probably one of my favorite Daughters songs, period.
just in general. Yeah,
Yeah, because that's exactly what I think of when I think of Daughters.
yeah.
It's just,
Classic Daughters.
yeah, it blew my mind. And there's that one part where it starts to get more upbeat,
Yeah,
like with sort of like the squeegee guitar, like how I was saying before.
yeah.
And I got up and started dancing and shaking my ass during that part.
No, I was in my car listening to this, and I was just like dancing in my car in
Yeah,
traffic.
right? You
And
know the part I'm talking about,
yeah,
right?
yeah. There's so many like dancey moments for this noise rock, almost like black metal album.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's what I mean when I think this is like um this is probably the perfect mix of all eras of Daughters, because
yeah,
they have a little bit of everything that they've sort of ever done.
yeah. Like, I may appreciate you won't get what you blah 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 blah, but uh, I've been listening to this one a lot more now, and I've only like recently listened to it for the first time, so I could see this easily growing to be one of my favorite Daughters album, if not the favorite one.
Yeah,
I don't
this
know. I've just been in a much more angry mood, like I'm much more homicidal and suicidal nowadays. So I prefer albums like these than the albums like those.
you should listen to that one Logic song.
Who can relate?
Who can relate? Woo woo.
You know, if I ever need the suicide hotline number, I just go to his album on Spotify and it's right there. Hey, thanks, Logic. You're
I
saving
really
lives.
want to be alive.
Who can relate? Woo!
Anyway, back on topic. Um, I think the song where it really starts to sound like you won't get what you want is probably the Dead Singer.
Yeah, no, I would agree.
That's when it
That's
sort of,
definitely like one of their slower songs on the album.
yeah, and the whole album is pretty mid-tempo,
Yeah,
I feel like.
but I feel like with all the noise, it just feels really fast.
Yeah.
Even if it's not, it's just like you're constantly hearing shit.
Yeah, that song and the last song, I feel like were, um, fuck, or isn't there a song between them? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
is.
there is.
But the Dead Singer and what is the last song called? I fucking forget. It's called The Unattractive Portable Head.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting song titles.
Yeah, yeah.
They do a lot of good song titles. And another shout out to Daughters. Keep on thinking of good titles.
If they come out with another album.
Yeah, in like 10 years.
Yeah. But the Dead Singer and The Unattractive Portable Head, I feel like were sort of the official transition into the sound they went with on You Won't Get What You Want, especially since the end of The Unattractive Portable Head sounds exactly like a You Won't Get What You Want
Yeah,
song.
it sounds like straight off the album.
Yeah, it could easily be the closer off that album instead of the closer on this one.
Yeah.
But also the beginning of that song felt sort of like a farewell to their old sound for me, because
Yeah, I guess I'm not as familiar, so I don't really understand that, but
yeah,
I can't argue.
because the beginning of that song sounded exactly like one of the old Daughters songs, and then there was a pretty hard cut
Mhm.
into the newer sound with the sort of melodic synths
Yeah.
and the hand claps and the cheery vocals.
They put in
Kind
like
of.
so many like interesting things you wouldn't expect to be in a song. Like who would put hand claps in a Daughters song?
Yeah,
I mean, Daughters would, but I mean,
they did.
they did do that, but who would have thunk?
Yeah. Um, Sweet Georgia Brown is a fun song.
I just like the person. You know, my girl, sweet Georgia Brown.
Yeah, I think that song is where Alexis channels the most
Is that his name?
hillbilly energy. Yeah,
Alexis?
yeah.
Is he like Russian?
I think so. I don't know. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if he was
Yeah,
Russian.
that sound. I bet it. He sounds like a Russian. They're like the scariest white people,
Oh yeah.
and he's a scary guy.
But I think he has the most raw hillbilly energy on that song,
Yeah.
especially since it's supplemented by the instrumental sounding like if ZZ Top did a lot of crystal meth
Yeah, it was
and
like
LSD
really
at the same
twingy.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It almost sounded completely like a ripoff of ZZ Top's Lagrange.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the top catalog.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a topper. I know that's what the fans like to be called. I actually don't know. If you're a fan of ZZ Top, please let me know what your correct fandom title is.
Yeah.
But the toppers.
But other parts of that song also sounded straight off of Hell Songs, their previous record.
Yeah. How was their first album more metalcore than Hell Songs?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The first album is definitely the most spastic and fast.
Like, is there like a constant progression, you would say? Like,
yeah,
from Hell Songs to their self-titled, can you see how they got there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Do you know the band See You Space Cowboy?
Yeah, I know that band. I got one of their T-shirts and one of their vinyls.
Well, yeah, I used to like See You Space Cowboy, and then I heard Canada Songs.
Yeah.
And after listening to Canada Songs, after like 30 seconds in, you can immediately tell that See You Space Cowboy is pretty directly derivative of that era of Daughters.
Oh yeah.
It's like uncanny.
Everyone calls them Screamo, but they're just a metalcore band.
Yeah, with the song "Stop Calling Us Screamo."
Yeah. By the way, guys, they're a metalcore band. They're not very popular. I don't know if you've heard them.
No, they're.
Actually, they are fairly popular. I just feel like they're not popular because they're just like a local show band to me.
Yeah. No, they got signed a while ago.
Yeah.
And they had a full-length record. But they are really derivative of early Daughters.
Yeah, did it ruin that band for you?
Yeah. But that album as a whole, it seems like they're just trying to cram as much exciting things into it as possible. And there's not really as much consistency in any of their songs whatsoever. And also each song is only 1 minute. And
I see.
And the whole album is 10 minutes long.
Yeah, so it's hard to make a really amazing album when you're doing it that way. It has to be really exceptional.
Yeah, it's sort of like they're just trying to get in and be as fast and weird and busy as possible and then just get out.
Yeah.
And not spend too much time on one idea.
The old in and out.
No time for the in and out, love.
Why don't we... Why haven't we changed... why don't we change sex to in and out? As a Californian... That's it.
Where are you going there?
No, I'm done. As a Californian, in and out. Yeah. So, do you have any final thoughts? Questions, concerns?
I would give this album 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Since the day I listened to it, just last week, I've listened to it every day. So right now, in my eyes, it's a 10 out of 10. I don't know how it'll be in 6 months, but I'm just gonna give it a 10.
Yeah.
This is a Drake classic 10. I'm sorry, Big Mouth. I'm Big Mouth here. This is
That's
a
your
Big Mouth
alias.
classic pen.
The first 10 on the show.
Yeah, the first 10 by your main boy Big Mouth.
Big Bubble.
God damn it, Sonic.
God damn it, Sonic! Anyway, did you want to move into our main film discussion?
Oh yes. This is what I've been waiting for.
Oh yeah. So I suggested that Drake watch a film for us to discuss. I know we discussed Sonic already, but this is going to be a bit more serious.
We
in
got
tone.
a real film here. We got
Yeah.
a real piece of art.
And that film is Dial M for Murder by Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite films, by him at least. It's probably my second favorite underneath the legendary Psycho, which is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I'd say this one's probably my favorite Hitchcock film, honestly.
Yeah, it's so entertaining.
I know it's based off a play, so it wasn't an original screenplay. The screenplay for it was amazing. And there's all these, like, I don't know. He still managed to put in cool shots while having this play format where it's just people talking most of the time.
Yeah. And we're going to stay non-spoilery for now.
Yeah.
But, I got some feedback that we should describe the things that we're talking about a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want to do that before because some people like to go into movies completely cold.
Yeah.
Without knowing anything about it, and I can understand that. But if it's on the IMDb or Letterboxd description, we're allowed to say it and not constitute spoilers. But if you want to go into it completely cold, just go back
just
and watch it now. But we're going to give a proper spoiler warning before we
when
talk
we
about
actually
the plot.
spoil. Yeah.
So Dial M for Murder is about a man named Tony Wendis who finds out that his wife is having an affair.
Yeah.
So he tries to plan the perfect murder in which he will not get caught and he can inherit her, what do you call it? Her
comes from like a rich family.
Yeah. So he's
like her estate or some shit.
Yeah, so he can inherit her wealth.
Her
basically.
Money.
Money.
They're getting money.
So
it's basically about this incel sociopath who's mad that his wife's not sucking his dick anymore, so he's trying to murder her. I'm not wrong.
That's the best description of Dial M for Murder I've ever heard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm spot on.
Yeah.
And you know, there's all these seemingly bumbling idiots, but you know, it wouldn't be a movie if they were actually bumbling idiots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much right now, but so many twists and turns in this movie. It just took me in such unexpected directions. I was constantly surprised throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. I feel like this is one of the most entertaining experiences I've had watching an older movie, especially considering how limited the sets are.
Oh yeah, it was like one room for most of the movie.
Yeah, like 95% of the entire movie is just in this one apartment, except for one scene that's in like a diner or something.
Yeah, he's at like some dining hall or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just so limited with what they do in this space.
There's also a scene where his wife is like screaming against a wall while there's like changing colors. I don't want to spoil it, but that is a third location. It's a wall.
Technically.
It's a wall.
Just a wall.
Yeah, they went to the wall.
But yeah, I feel like with just how the dialogue and the acting and the cinematography carried this movie, it was one of the more engaging experiences I've had. Even though when you hear me describe it like that, you probably wouldn't think it's very exciting.
No.
But it really is. Like,
it feels like a murder mystery, even though most of the time you kind of know what's going on.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like it'd be really hard to achieve that. Like, you know exactly what's going on, what the murder's happening, why it's happening, but at the same time you're like, but what's going to happen?
Yeah. That's where the suspense comes from, I think. It's not really like, oh, who killed her? It's like, is this gonna go off the way he wants it? Okay, let's just get into spoilers. No spoiler.
She didn't die. I'm just throwing that out there.
That's a spoiler.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, spoilers.
I'm sorry. Well, you
Even though
said
you already
she
spoiled
got
it.
murdered. She didn't get murdered.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna fucking go into spoilers now.
I may have spoiled. I may have spoiled, but you lied.
No. My reason for saying that was no, the murder doesn't go off, but I think the suspense from the movie comes from like just whether he's gonna get caught.
Yeah.
Because you know his plan from the very beginning, and it seems like he has all of his shit together.
He has like everything figured out.
Yeah. But when it starts to go wrong, that's where the suspense comes from, is like, how is he gonna adapt to this?
Yeah.
And how is he gonna try and get away with it?
Do you want to give like a little plot rundown?
Yeah. So it starts by showing that this man's his wife is in a relationship with both him and
this
another man.
hotshot American crime writer.
Yeah. And she had been, it's established that they're in an affair early on, and that she had been receiving love letters from him. I forget his name.
Yeah, I don't remember it either.
I'll try and look it up really quick. But she had been receiving love letters from her fling with this crime writer, and she talks about how her handbag was stolen at a restaurant, and one of the love letters was missing, and she starts receiving blackmail from an unknown person saying, if you don't do what I want, then I'm going to tell your husband about the love letters.
Yeah.
Right?
We're in spoilers, right?
Yeah.
By the way, it's just her sociopath incel husband doing that. So
yeah, it's revealed, what a guy. It's revealed later that it's actually her husband who stole her bag.
It's not even revealed later. It's revealed like 5 minutes after you learn that her bag was stolen.
Oh yeah. Mark Halliday is the name of her fling in the movie.
Yeah, that sounds like a crime writer. I'm Mark Halliday. I stay at hotels and write about crime.
So it's actually her husband, Tony Wendis, who steals her bag and takes the letter and is writing his wife blackmail and fucking...
Yeah, just terrorizing this poor woman.
Yeah, and it's sort of fucked up.
Oh, by the way, I just want to preface this. This guy's a failed tennis star, so that's why he's so angry all the time.
Yeah.
Like, he's just a failure. He has no money. He's just relying on his wife, and now she's sucking another dude's cock, and he can't hang.
Yeah, he's getting cucked.
Yeah, he's getting real cucked. But he kind of deserves it because he's a sociopath incel.
Yeah. And my personal favorite part of the movie is when he makes some excuse not to go out with his wife and Mark, who he's also friends with, by the way.
Yeah.
They're all sort of hanging out at the beginning of the movie.
He's just pretending to be cool with them for most of the movie.
Yeah, and they both go out, and then he calls this stranger over, or like what is not known as...
This mustachioed fellow.
This mustached fellow. And he pretends not to know him at first, but then he sort of slowly reveals that he does know who he is.
Yeah, they went to college with one another. Yeah.
Yeah, and he sort of plays it off as a coincidence that he invited him over. I think it was because he wanted to inquire about buying a car.
Yeah, he wanted to buy something.
Yeah, he wanted to... Yeah, I think it was a car.
He had ulterior motives.
Yeah, and then there's just this probably 30-minute exchange of dialogue where he's explaining to this man that he hasn't seen since high school that he wants him to help murder his wife.
Yeah, he's like, oh, hello, old friend. By the way, I'm going to blackmail you into murdering my wife.
Yeah.
So I'm going to explain all the details now, and you have to do this.
Yeah, and I showed my parents this movie.
Yeah.
Because my mom was going on about how she likes to watch Hallmark murder mysteries, and I was like, "Oh, have I got a movie for you?"
Well, why don't we watch a real one?
Yeah, and my parents were both there, and as soon as there was these drawn out dialogue scenes, there was sort of a sense of like, oh, is anything gonna happen?
Yeah.
And then
Just being really impatient.
yeah, and then 5 minutes into this conversation that these two guys are having, I felt like a sense that everyone's eyes were just glued to the screen
Well,
and
yeah.
super engaged in what was going
Well,
on.
it's like it's rare you hear of a movie called Dial M for Murder, and you think it's going to be some like Agatha Christie bullshit where they're trying to
Yeah,
figure out like, oh, we found the dead butler in the fucking kitchen with a steak in his mouth.
yeah,
We gotta find the clues. But no, in the first like 10 minutes, it's like, okay, I'm gonna kill my wife, and here's how we're gonna do it.
yeah,
And movies don't really want to blow their load that quickly.
yeah. But that's not the main part of the movie. It's like,
No.
so he leaves with Mark Halliday to go to a party, and that's when the murder's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go off. She stabs him with a
Yeah.
scissor.
Never trust a mustache friend to do a murder for you because they will just bungle it.
Yeah,
That's why I don't ask Bruno to murder anyone for me because he's got a mustache and therefore I know he can't murder good.
yeah. I'm gonna bungle it.
Yeah, you're gonna bungle it and
you're gonna get macaroni.
You're gonna
Anyway,
get stabbed with a pair of scissors and then
yeah.
fall on the pair of scissors, stabbing them further into
Oh
your
yeah,
body.
that shot where
Yeah.
he's like, oh my god, you see the scissor like sort of sticking out of his back, and then he falls onto it, and the scissor stabs right into his spine.
Yeah. Oh,
That was awesome.
by the way, the husband who is trying to murder his wife is listening to this on the phone the whole time it's happening.
Yeah,
So he hears on the phone that his friend just fucking bungled this murder for him.
yeah. There's a sort of suspenseful scene where he's supposed to call the house to distract his wife at a certain time. After the mustached man snuck into the house and hid behind the curtains.
Do you want to just like give him a name?
Fuck, what?
No, don't look it
What's
up.
his name?
No,
No, I'm gonna look it
do
up.
We can
I'm
do
gonna
it.
find who actually played him.
His name's Lamel.
It's not who the fuck. Oh, Charles Swan.
Okay, so Chobo here.
Yeah. So Chobo's waiting behind the curtains for Tony to fucking call and distract his wife, but you see that Tony is at the party and his watch stops. So the Chobo is looking at the time and it's like 11:07, and like, he told him to
call at 11.
Yeah, he told him he was going to call at 3 before 11, and there's a really. It doesn't sound suspenseful when I describe it like this, but no. It is.
It's like one of the most suspenseful movies is some guy checking his watch and his watch being broken.
Yeah, that's the thing about Hitchcockian suspense is it's all very simple in structure, but it's also very engaging.
Yeah, like there's so many just intense shots of someone dialing a phone.
Yeah.
And just like, ooh, what's going to happen when he spins it?
Yeah, there's just this sense of like, oh shit, like, is this murder actually going to go off? Is he going to call him before he leaves?
Because you never, throughout the movie, you never really know when someone's lying to you or when they're telling the truth. Because people are constantly trying to manipulate one another throughout the movie. Yeah. Like all the characters. So it's hard to know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. One of my favorite parts of the movie is the aftermath of the murder not going off.
Oh, yeah?
Which is probably the most suspenseful part of the movie, is when he has to deal with the police. And figure out
an alibi and a completely different story.
Yeah, and it's really cool just to watch him improvise and try and think his way out of it.
Yeah, I remember there's this one moment, because he plants the love letter that he stole from his wife on the man's body. And that's kind of the turning point where he's like, okay, I can change the story here and frame my wife for the murder instead. Yeah. And so you see him do that and you're like, oh shit's going down. And then you see him do all these other little things to build the story. And then he starts talking to the police and you're like, oh shit, he's just framing his wife now. Yeah. That's crazy.
I didn't realize that he was trying to frame his wife until the police started questioning him about all of the little things that he had planted. Yeah. And then I was like, oh shit.
Like he knew they were going to ask those questions. Yeah.
Yeah. And part of it felt like the police were giving him more than he anticipated,
Yeah.
because when the detective who comes over starts hard questioning the wife, and you sort of get these shots of Tony's facial expressions in reaction to this, and he's sort of just like, oh shit, this
Yeah.
is going better than
And
I
like
thought.
staring at his wife doing sociopath shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then his wife gets sentenced to the chair
Yeah, how,
for
oh,
killing
hold on.
this guy.
That's an issue I had with the movie. How was she ever going to be sentenced to execution for that?
That's back when the death penalty was a big thing.
Yeah, it was a big thing, but I don't think even then she would have been executed just for that.
Well, it's because he framed her to make it look like he let him, or fuck, she let him in and then fucking murdered him.
Yeah, but even with that, he was blackmailing her. I don't know. I feel like
Yeah, that's true, but still, murder is illegal, even
no.
even if you have a good motive.
I mean, I know that. I'm just saying that'd probably prevent a death penalty. She seems more like a lifer to me, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure what the logistics behind that were,
Yeah.
but anyway, she gets sentenced to the chair after being framed, and I feel like throughout the whole movie, or after the murder at least, there's like this moral dilemma of like, do I want him to succeed or not?
Yeah. Because he's a really likable, charismatic guy. And
Yeah.
he's like a smart guy too, so you're like, oh, I want to see what interesting things he does.
Yeah,
But
at
he's
first,
also trying to murder his wife and then trying to murder her again by executing her.
yeah.
So, not a good guy, I'd say.
Yeah, at first I kind of wanted him to succeed because of what his wife was doing to him, but like
I don't know.
I don't know, after that scene where she's in the courtroom, which is the third location we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
It's more just like a wall and
Yeah. You don't really know it's a courtroom. I just thought, honestly, I thought it was a dream scene, and then it just was the next scene, and she was still being executed, and I was like, oh, no, that just happened.
yeah, it's sort of an artistic way of showing that those events happened, I think.
Yeah.
Um, but after that is when I started to sort of think like, okay, this is really fucked up what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like,
And like, I don't know. It kind of recontextualized the cheating for me as well, because I was like, I don't know, if I was married to a guy like that, who did crazy shit like that, and he probably was doing crazy shit before he tried to murder her. I mean,
yeah,
you don't just jump straight to murder and be a normal person.
yeah, but she was sort of like on his side at the beginning of the movie
Yeah.
when Mark was telling her like, oh, you should leave him and we
Yeah.
should
Come
run
away
away
with me. I write crime novels.
Yeah, and then she's just sort of saying how like, oh, he's changed. I feel like I still want to stay with him, and there's that whole drama there. So I feel like she was way more in it than he was. That's the
Yeah.
sense that I got. But still, just after the events of this movie, he seems like a total manipulative, sociopathic fuck.
Yeah. He's a piece of shit incel.
One really interesting turn that this movie makes is when Mark comes back and solves the whole murder by accident.
Yeah, just being a crime writer.
Yeah.
He's too busy breaking the fourth wall to realize he's in the movie. Yeah, and be like, holy shit, wait, this just makes more sense.
Yeah. It's sort of a point where he doesn't suspect Tony of the murder yet, but he's sort of saying that, like, oh, you need to go to the police with this story and make sure she doesn't get the chair. And then he's sort of like goes around and says, oh, you should say this and this. And
By the
this.
way, your story is, I don't know, you try to hire an old friend from college to try to murder your wife, and then he kind of fucked it up, so you try to frame your wife. That sounds like a good story, right, man?
Yeah.
But he's just being an idiot. Like, he was saying it genuinely. He wasn't trying to, like, get at, what's the main character? Tony?
Yeah,
he
Tony.
wasn't trying to get at Tony while he was doing it. He was just being a crime writer.
Yeah. So that was a really cool part for me, because you can tell there was a lot of you can tell Tony was surprised by a lot of the things that he was saying, but he was just playing it off.
Yeah.
And there's I lost my train of thought.
Well, then
Fucking
the
Sonic.
head detective comes in,
Yeah, the head detective comes
who,
in.
you know, the whole time I was watching this movie, I just thought this head detective was a bumbling idiot because everything fucking Tony says just sounds like a complete lie.
Yeah.
Like the detective would be like, where did this key come from? And Tony would be like, oh yes, I was walking at the zoo, and then I went to the monkey exhibit, and he stole a key from someone. And the detective will be like, oh yeah, sounds like a real story. Good job. It's your wife that did it. But then you find out it's all been part of the detective's plan.
Oh
He's
yeah.
just been trying to get all the evidence together in order to arrest Tony.
Yeah, even when he's obviously guilty, you can. I was sort of yelling at the screen at some points during my first watch
Yeah, so was
because,
I. I'm
like,
it's
can't
so
you see? And
it's
then,
so obvious he's just lying to you. Yeah,
yeah, and then you sort of see that the detective is just playing dumb, and
yeah.
he ends up framing Tony at the end,
Well, it's not
or
even
not framing.
framing, just like
He
solving
caught
the
him.
case.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he caught him.
but it'd be cool if he did frame him. A double frame job.
Oh yeah, I liked the cat and mouse game between Tony and the detective because during the first scene, it seems like he definitely has all of his shit figured out, and he's like the. It seems like he thought all of it through really well, and then watching the detective come in and start hard questioning him about shit, and
Yeah,
watching how he has to sort of adapt and keep up with him is
yeah.
really interesting
Like
because I
they're
thought they were sort of. I thought he was sort of holding his own,
yeah.
at least early on.
No, I did as well, but the detective makes it obvious that he didn't actually think through everything.
Oh
Like there's
yeah,
one moment where it's like, uh, he asked Tony like, "How do you think he got in here?" And Tony's like, "Through the window." And the detective's like, "No, it was the front door. If he came in through the window, it would be muddy because there
yeah,
was a garden outside."
yeah. There's lots of moments like that where it seems to like it always seems to turn one side and the other and back and forth,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
like a
just
battle of wits.
yeah. That's how I felt about a lot of what was going on in the movie. Is just like it's a lot of just like, is he gonna get caught? Is he not? Like, are they gonna believe him? Are they
Yeah.
gonna catch him?
Yeah. Do they really think his wife did it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was a really satisfying moment when they caught him at the end.
Oh yeah. But he does some weird shit too. He's like, would you guys like to have a drink? It's like, just fucking go to jail, you asshole.
Yeah.
Stop trying to be fucking charming.
Oh
We
yeah.
caught you, you sociopath. Just leave.
Yeah, he tries to play it off just like, "Oh, good job, old boy. You caught me.
Yeah.
Would anyone like a drink?"
Hey, baby doll, come over here.
Hey,
I
baby
know I
doll.
tried to get you executed, but you still love me, right? Schmuddles?
I would like it if they talked like that for the whole movie.
It's just like the most stereotypical 50s voice.
Oh yeah.
They're just smoking cigars the entire time.
Yeah.
I bet on the dog races.
But I think this is probably uh this is definitely one of my favorite Hitchcock movies for sure, and I would give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, this is my favorite Hitchcock movie, definitely.
Yeah.
I still only give it a 9 out of 10. I
Yeah.
haven't really seen enough of Hitchcock's Hitchcock.
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 Hitch Sonic.
Hitch Sonic. I haven't seen much of Hitch Sonic's rings, but I'd really like to run fast. Vroom, vroom.
Gotta get fast. Gotta get
You remember in the
fast.
Sonic movie when he carried the turtle for the first scene in America? I really like that one. Yeah, but I give this. God damn it!
God damn it!
I give Dial M for Murder a 9 out of 10. It just
Yeah.
surprised me constantly throughout the movie. Like,
Yeah.
I went in completely blind, so I went in thinking like, okay, I'm just gonna be watching Knives Out, the prequel, and
Yeah.
then it's like, oh no, you're gonna surprise me. He's gonna explain the murder. Oh, you're gonna surprise me again. The murder fails. You're gonna surprise me again. He's gonna frame his wife. You're gonna surprise me again. The cops are actually doing their job. Like crazy.
Yeah. It's just a really intense experience that's simple in construct, but it's executed so well that it's like just one of the most um, engaging experiences I've had watching a movie.
Yeah.
And I really like movies that are very just aggressively what they are.
Yeah.
So this movie sort of owns the fact that it's just a simple murder story.
Yeah.
And then it just executes itself.
But it just does that the best it can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
But yeah. I loved all the acting. The cinematography was
Oh yeah, there's
fantastic.
So many cool shots.
Yeah.
Like they all have all these like constant shots of someone like walking in the main hallway of like their apartment and then going to look at the window and just spying on people or seeing people walk in and out the doorway.
Yeah.
It's just all these cool shots.
I think my favorite performance was by the lead actor, who I don't know his name.
Tony Lazzuto.
Let's not start this now. Anyway, it's the main actor who looks like Jimmy Stewart from a certain angle but isn't.
Yeah.
He has a lot of subtleties in his performance. I like his delivery of dialogue overall.
Yeah.
But just the way his mannerisms is very, I think, subtle and thoughtful.
And you have to play that character really subtle, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you have to play two emotions at once when you're doing that character. Because it's like the emotions you want the people to see, like the policeman and stuff, and then it's like what he's actually feeling in those moments. And he's able to communicate both those feelings very, very well.
Yeah, I like when he's first confronting Swan about possibly killing his wife, and there's just these subtle things like he's just continuing his monologue and just sort of walking around the room and wiping everything of fingerprints.
Yeah, just like doing some like weird, crazy shit.
That's what I love about the dialogue in this movie is the cinematography and the staging of everything makes it continuously interesting.
No, it felt like a play, but like I knew it was a movie. Like it didn't feel like a play. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, because it was a play.
Yeah, like I know it was like adapted from a play, so it definitely felt like one, but he still definitely made it a movie. It didn't just feel like he was recording a play going on.
Yeah, it seems like the camera is always doing something interesting to keep your attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's one part where he's sort of staging out how he wants the murder to go, and the camera is at a really high angle, so you can see everything.
I like that shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just going back and forth the whole time as he walks around the room.
Yeah, and I like when there's a specifically confrontational moment happening. They always do a close-up of whoever's talking to the person to make it sort of feel like they're looking at you when they're asking it.
Yeah.
Like that.
It feels much more personal that way. Yeah.
Yeah, like when Tony asked his wife to lie about that one certain thing. Like I think he asked her to lie about why they didn't call the police right away.
And then you see the cop ask him, and you see Tony in the background just giving his wife like a death stare.
Yeah, and it feels like both of them are staring at you, and you can feel that sort of confrontation and that nervousness.
Yeah, that she must be feeling in that moment. Yeah. God, you know what? One criticism, I'm gonna say it, not enough girl boss moments in this movie.
Not enough girl power.
Yeah, you know what? What's that test for movies to see if they're like the feminist?
Yeah.
It's like where you have to have two female characters talking, and they can't be talking about men. Well, Well, guess what? One female character, and all she talks about is her fucking husband or boy toy.
Yeah.
Come on, Hitchcock. Get it together. We live in 2021 now, okay, dude?
Yeah. Have you seen that? There's this one Greta Gerwig movie that's coming out soon, and it's called
Lady Boy.
No, it's called Women Are Just Better.
Well, I mean, I do like Greta Gerwig. I'm very interested to see what that's all about. I mean, it could be good.
I mean, she did direct Lady Bird.
Yeah, Lady Boyd. And I'm the boy Boyd.
The boy.
I'm here to meet the Lady Boy, and I'm the boy Boyd.
Yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to say about this movie?
I like that when he was using the rotary phone when he was calling to kill his wife. There was a giant M.
Oh yeah, he
And it's
dialed
like,
an M.
that's the name of the movie.
He's like, there he is.
There he is. Yeah, there the scissors are. Yep, I think that's it.
Yeah, 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. All
Yeah.
right. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to our second show, the Sonic episode.
Every episode is the Sonic episode.
Yeah, this
Don't
is
be
actually
ridiculous.
just going to be a podcast where we watch Sonic every week and discuss it and try to notice new and interesting things the movie does. That's actually a good podcast idea. We should write that down. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone. Oh, wait, we have to do the recommendations for next week.
Oh, yeah, I believe it's your turn to do
It
the
is my turn.
recommendations.
Hello, Travis. So, the movie you will be watching this week is Being John Malkovich.
Bean John Malkovich?
Bean John Malkovich.
Okay.
It's like a Killer Bean, but with John Malkovich.
Oh my god.
Do you need, should I give you a rough synopsis?
No.
No?
Yeah,
Going in blind?
Isn't it Darren Aronofsky?
No. It's directed by Spike Jonze, written by Charlie Kaufman.
Oh, okay.
It's a Kaufman flick.
Sick.
Yeah, and the album you will be listening to this week is Phoebe Bridgers' album, Punisher.
Oh.
It's a good one.
Why she smash guitar?
She's real mad.
Dude, that guitar costs like $300.
I can't believe she would fucking smash the guitar. Doesn't this bitch know how much guitars cost?
Yeah.
By the way, we're being ironic here. I just want to make that clear. I don't care that she smashed the guitar. In fact, I like it. We should smash more things.
Yeah. We're going to smash the microphone we're using to record this
And you
podcast.
know what? You guys better smash that like button. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for watching our show.
Go suicide yourself.
Go watch Sonic and have a good time.